My brothers and sisters, you are now watching The Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need. And I hope you enjoy the video.
Previously on AMC's The Walking Dead. Previously on AMC's The Walking Dead. Or I should say, Fear The Walking Dead. So this will be my little quick review of episode 3 of Fear The Walking Dead, which was this past Sunday. We had to wait 2 weeks to get to this episode, but nonetheless, it was the Sunday that just passed. This episode was crazy. It was crazy, man. Like a lot of stuff. It was this episode was complete chaos. Like you're getting to see, like they're right on the precipice before the official Walking Dead starts. Everything is starting to crumble. Everything is starting to break down. People are starting to leave the hospitals. Doctors don't care no more. Nurses don't care no more. Like, people are scared. They don't know exactly what's going on. All they know is that this infection is spreading and it's spreading fast and they don't know how to stop it, okay? Cops don't care. No care no more. They're starting to shoot anybody that even looks like that they're sick. Bodies are like on the streets now. It's starting to look more and more like The Walking Dead. Meanwhile, Rick Grimes is somewhere at a hospital, like, because again, he's sleeping through all of this. So that's why I want to see a show like this. We never got to see, like, how did society break down so fast, and how did, you know, the government not get a hold on all this stuff that was going on. But you're starting to see, like, there's just so much stuff going on. People don't know what to do. People are scared. People are trying to get out of the city. So it's like, it's complete chaos. And you're getting to see how this thing got out of control so fast. So, I mean, this episode was crazy, man. A lot of chaos going on. I think it starts when, Travis, his son Chris, his ex-wife, I keep forgetting her name, and the people that they were with inside of the barber shop, and they was trying to sit there for the night just until, you know, the chaos is going out on the streets, you know, goes away. They can't because apparently, I guess the house next to them was on fire, and it was like spreading to, you know, where they were. So they had to leave, the shop that they were in. As soon as they walk out on the streets, they just see all the chaos going on. Like, there's riots, people are stealing, people are fighting each other, people are trying to get out of the city, bodies are just ringing. Like, this just looks like The Walking Dead. Like, it really looks like The Walking Dead, but there's just a little more people alive, you know, than that, but it's right there. And again, meanwhile, Rick Grimes is somewhere like, my God, this is the best sleep of my life. He's in a coma. So, I mean, this episode was crazy, man. It was really just chaos. It's a full blown chaos. Like, no one has control no more. The cops, there is no authority no more. Like, is everyone for themselves right now. And you're starting to see, like, a big part of the real Walking Dead is, like, if you're strong enough to make the hard, you know, choices, you know, and that's a big part of The Walking Dead. That was a big part of one of my favorite characters, Shane. You know, he was that guy that could always make, you know, the tough choices that, you know, that people didn't want to make. You start to see that in this show with that Spanish guy. What is his name? I don't remember his name, but he resembles like a Spanish Shane to me, because he's already like, listen, if you can't do what's necessary, then you're not built for this. I'm like, sucker, this doesn't even start yet. This man already full blown Shane, right? You know, so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Meanwhile, the daughter Alicia, she doesn't exactly know what's going on. She know, like, ever since she's seen her boyfriend Matt, you know, who got bit and you know, he had a fever. But she doesn't know exactly what's going on. So she does not know that when people get sick, they die and come back. So she's like, what's going on? Like, and I don't know why they're trying to keep it a secret from her. So you better tell her before she gets, like, she doesn't exactly know how serious this situation is. So, you know, you got that going on. Meanwhile, back at the Real House, Alicia, Nick, and Madison. I'm not saying her name, but they're stuck at the house, right? And they hear something like inside of the house. And I'm like, oh God. So Nick, his freaking dumb behind pulls back. They're like, what are you doing? But it's a dog, right? So the dog outside was trying to get in. If the dog is scared and trying to get inside, that it's bad. It's bad out there if the dog is trying to get inside, So eventually, their next door neighbor, he's already a walker, he's just going from house to house trying to look for a meal, so eventually he gets the dog. And that's why this episode is called The Dog. I'm guessing that's why. So he got the dog, and it was real sad because then Travis, he finally got back home. They thought I'm talking about Alicia, Nick, and his and Madison, they thought that he was trying to get back with his old wife and son and stuff like that, and he wasn't going to come back. No, come to find out, it was hard to get back. The freaking streets are packed. People are trying to get out of this. There's a lot going on. So he was trying to get back the whole time. So he eventually does get back home, right? And he runs into his neighbor, and he sees that he's a walker. So his neighbor's like trying to eat him. But again, this you're starting to see those aspects of The Walking Dead start to come into light here, So he sees that his neighbor is like a walker, but he doesn't want to kill him because he knows the guy and he doesn't feel like he can do it, So then the Spanish guy that they're with, this dude just straight up takes the shotgun. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's again, like, this dude, he has adapted real fast to like this. So he just straight up takes a shotgun, shoots him twice, and that's it. And his whole thing is, if you can't do what's necessary, you're not going to survive in this world. Again, The Walking Dead has not officially begun yet. So people are just not used to shooting each other. Like that's not a thing yet. So it was hard for Travis to kill his next door neighbor, but the guy did it for him, so it was that. This episode was just chaos, man, but at least no black people didn't die. Not one black man died on this day. Obviously no black people died. But I'm guessing they're going to, Alicia, she's going to want to go back and see if Matt is okay. And I'm guessing that when they do get there, they're going to see Matt, and he's no longer Matt. He's going to be a walker, and Alicia's going to cry, and, oh my God, I had jungle fever for this, and that's what's going to happen. But, I just really liked this episode. Things are starting to pick up real fast. Again, a lot of people were really skeptical of this show because, we never really, and even in the comics, you don't get to see how The Walking Dead actually started. Rick just wakes up from his coma and you're thrown into this world. So people were real skeptical of seeing something like this. But I really like what this show is doing so far. It's picking up fast. It's really picking up fast. The next episode looks to be even more crazy. It's just people are losing control. There is no authority. There is no authority no more. You now have. So at the very ending, right? Another one of their neighbors, Susan, I believe, she was a walker, and a big part of this show was they seen her putting her hand through the fence trying to get to them. But again, people are not used to killing their friends. This is all new to them, so they were just looking at her, and Madison was like, if I ever turn in, I think she was saying this to Travis's ex-wife, and she was like, if I ever turn into one of those things, you have to promise me that you will do it, not Travis, because it'll break him or something. So you're starting to see these big parts of The Walking Dead start to come into this show. Like already, just like that. This is episode 3, and again, it only lasts till 6, but you're starting to see the show already. So things are starting to, unfold real fast, So at the very end, now you have soldiers out walking the streets, and they're trying, to, look for people, and if they see that you're infected, they're just going to shoot you. Like, it's already just like that. Like, the control of it has been lost that fast. So now you have these soldiers out walking the streets, going from house to house, seeing, if people are there. So at the very ending, the husband of Susan, he gets home from work, and he's like, "Why? We have to see what's going on and stuff, and we have to just do, we have to do this and stuff." So he doesn't realize that Susan has turned into a walker. So Travis and Madison, they're about to leave, to try to get out of the city, and Madison sees that Susan's husband has got home, so she doesn't want, him to get bit. So she turns around, goes back to the house, and tries to get to him. And when he sees his wife, he's not exactly sure, like, he sees that she's not normal, like, she doesn't look right, so he's like, "Baby, what's wrong?" So he's trying to hug her. Meanwhile, she's trying to take a bite of this man's neck, but he doesn't know that she's not there no more. So right before they're about to hug, freaking soldier comes out of nowhere, headshot, like straight up headshot. That jump was so clutch, bro, because she was centimeters away from his neck. That jump was clutch, right? So that happened, and then he starts to cry. So you're starting to see, like, how fast stuff has broke down. You're starting to see, how this situation got out of control that fast, So I really loved everything in this episode. I really loved the characters, from Travis to Nick to Alicia. She's alright, but they need to tell her exactly what's going on, because she doesn't really have an idea what's going on. But I like the characters, man. Madison, Travis, Nick, I just really love where this show is going so far, and I thought that this was a great move. I thought this was a great episode, So again, meanwhile, Rick Grimes is like, Carl. But I really enjoyed this episode. Episode 4 looks to be crazy. It's just things are getting so real so fast, So I really enjoyed this episode. I've really enjoyed Fear the Walking Dead so far. I think they're doing a great job so far. The characters, the plot, how the story unfolds. I really love it so far. So that was my review of episode 3 of Fear the Walking Dead. Episode 4 looks to be crazy. I cannot wait for that. And of course, I can't wait for the official season 6 of AMC's The Walking Dead to see that man Morgan go Bruce Lee on Walker. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. And yeah, man, I will see you guys in my next episode for episode 4. What's the title of that episode? I forgot about it, but yeah, it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real in that episode as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Catch y'all in my next one. All right, peace.